Alright, so let's look at this problem. It told us that this is a square, okay? So properties of square, all the angles are like all right angles. The diagonals, also right angles, right, are forming right angles. Okay, the diagonals are bisecting each other, and the diagonals are congruent. All the outsides of the square are also congruent to each other. Okay, so lots of congruency going on here in a square. Okay, one of the other properties of a square is that just like in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect the opposite angles. So what ends up happening in a square is that all the angles, like for example this angle here and this angle here together, they make 90 degrees, but they're exactly being cut in half. So each of those angles is 45 degrees. And that happens in every single corner of the square. Okay, so all of those little angles in the corners are 45, because 45 plus 45 makes 90. And that 90-degree angle is being bisected by the diagonal. Okay, so we also know that square has a bunch of congruent sides. So if the outside is 13, then all the other sides are also 13. So we can go ahead and fill those in. Okay, we know diagonals are congruent. So if this whole diagonal AC is 17, then the whole diagonal BD or DB, whatever you want to call it, is going to be the same. Okay, diagonals bisect each other. So if the whole thing is 17, then to find each part of it, I'm going to take 17 and divide it by 2. Okay, when I do that, I get 8.5. So all of those parts of the diagonal, they're all the same. 8.5. Okay, now all of the angles, remember, the total corner is 90. Okay, the angles in the diagonals are also 90. But these little angles, like that, those ones we said were all 45, right? So let's take a look at what some of these are asking for. It's asking for ABE, that one's 45. It's asking for EBC, that's 45. It's asking for BCE, 45. ECD, that's 45 also. CDE, 45. EDA is 45. DAE, that's 45. EAB, AEB. Now, let's look at where AEB is. AEB. That's right here. Okay, that's a 90-degree angle. Okay, BEC, also 90. CED, that one's 90, and DEA, also 90. Okay.